Hey everyone, Red here, and today's build is one of my more toxic builds, and that is the Slug only Trapper build. Overall, it's pretty simple. I'm going to make the most out of the perk Knockout as I can, but let's go ahead and just jump right into the build. For add-ons, I'll be using Honing Stone and the Bag add-on. Honing Stone will put survivors in the dying state if they free themselves from a trap, and this is just an extra tool to get some extra slugs. You won't always get to use it a ton in the game, but when you do, it can be effective. One downside is that the new Knockout perk, survivors who are down by this method can still be seen from a normal distance. The Bag add-on allows myself to carry and start out with an additional trap. In game, I'll be running a yellow version, but the purple version will give you 2 traps instead. As for perks, I'm running Knockout, Save the Best for Last, Hex Undying, and the Hex Ruin combo. Knockout makes it so when I down a survivor with a basic attack, only survivors in a 16-meter radius will be able to see their aura. This is what makes the builds work so well. Save the Best for Last is one of Trapper's best perks in my opinion, as it lowers successful attack cooldown by 5% per stack, and I gain a stack whenever I hit a non-obsession survivor. Of course, I lose 2 stacks when hitting the obsession. This caps at about 40%. This perk can cut chase time down by a ton, and when playing a slugging build, you should be in plenty of chases and you will get a tremendous amount of value from this perk. Hex Ruin and Hex Undying combo is our slowdown, as it's pretty much the best slowdown currently in the game. Ruin regresses gens that aren't being worked on by 200% value, and Undying reveals survivors within a short range from our totems. Plus, while Undying is up, if our Ruin is cleansed, it will be moved to a Dole totem instead. This build requires some good slowdown, and with this combo, it's just too good to pass up. But that's all for the breakdown, so I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and if you do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already. Now, let's go ahead and assert some dominance. Alright, now I actually played this map for a specific reason, and that's very simple. Like, the newer maps that came out are actually quite dark and they have a lot of fog, which makes them perfect, I think, for Trapper. I've actually played this build quite a few times to the point where I don't really have any larger bags, so we'll still make it work out. 1 large bag should be enough. And just cause, I want to hide it a little bit. And see how it hides that top part. That's what you're really looking for. Now, the thing about this build, though, is you're not hooking survivors. So, you're actually slugging them all, and then, I mean, you gotta get play from there, depending on how you want. You can play more of a, I'm just gonna slug all and everyone bleed out. That's the most toxic way. And then if you want to do, like, semi-toxic, which is probably what I'll do for the most part, it's going to be... Let's finish hitting her real quick. It's gonna be about... like slugging everybody until everyone is slugged, and then she has life, and then you're gonna hook everybody. That's about as nice as I play this build. I'm not gonna chase that either. So 1, 2, 3, there she goes. That's fine. We'll let her escape. If she escapes on her own from that, she goes down. So we don't have to worry about going back for her. Hello? It's like you darted off. That was weird. Get out of here. Dick Flare. I appreciate that name. I want to put a trap over here somewhere, so I'm going to wait just a second. Wait for her to kind of get some distance. You know what? Watch this. Oh, she called it. Fair enough. Now we got her down, we're going to go ahead, we're going to put a trap. It's going to be a pretty simple trap. Now, they already know that they can't untrap themselves anymore, so they can't escape on their own. Hey, man, how's it going? I'm going to lose a stack for this, because I don't have a lot of traps out yet. Let him go. We're still being a very active playstyle for Trapper, so we got to make sure to have time to at least put some traps down. And putting them around loops like this are better than just at the loops. Oh, hey man. Can you not? I don't think I can get down there to stop you, honestly. Nope. It'd help if I took the right stairs, though. Dead hard? Hello? Get out of here. I'm hoping it's my ruin and not my undying. That way it'll at least rework. I still don't like some of the layout of these tiles. Like, they're better overall, for sure. Is he self-carrying? Hold up. I need him to drop this. That works. The one player's still down, and that's what we're really looking for. I want to pick up this trap. Look to place it here in a second. I might be able to outplay him here. He's not like incredibly crazy. There we go. Now, the past few games I've done this, none of the survivors have gotten past a few gens, but these guys are doing pretty well on focusing the gens down. I think that's about right from the drop. I could be wrong. There you are. You got back up. Hi. Well, you're someone different. We're actually coming here more or less for the trap, but we get a free hit on her either way. There isn't anything she can really do. Oh, and she put herself into a horrible position because she has to run out this way. No. Again, it's all about the slug. We can't hook anyone until everyone's been slugged. It definitely puts a little hindrance on you. And by the way, for point gain, this is not the way to go. Okay. We don't really have to worry about these gens anymore. Like, we kind of gonna focus down more on these few gens here. He's gonna finish that up apparently. Hopefully it's just my ruin, so that way it moves. Either way, I'm not too worried. Hi. Oh. Can't go up the stairs like that. Feels bad. Hi. We'll go back for her. Look for another slug. Though the one thing that's bad about these new maps is actually track marks. Like, trying to track survivors can be a real pain, just because the scratch marks don't show up really well. I have a few traps over here already. I don't really need more. I can re-trap this now. No one's paying attention. Oh. Hi. She dead hard? Nice. Go ahead. Get yourself out, my man. You might as well just sit there and let me hit you. How'd you fall for that one, dude? Alright, that's 3. Now we're looking for one more, and I can get a nice trap out right about now. I think I just saw someone move. Oh. The Dick Flare. Here we go. Hi, again. Dead hard? That's right, you don't have it yet. And you will, I mean, you'll kill people this way too. But you basically get to see what happens when survivors get into like a frantic. And it's quite great. Life? I'm actually going to chase this for a moment. It gives them a second to kind of heal up, which is fine. But I'm going to get a few pallets out of the way. Okay, that was a bad call. Mr. Flare over here about to go down. Oh, hey man. Don't go back to this area. Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Alright, man. You ain't no fun anyways. I'm gonna come right back here. Gonna trap this. Because I left this pallet up for a reason, and that's why. Everyone's injured, not feeling so good. She wants to play this loop. She'll drop the pallet right away because she's scared. Oof. That's gotta be unfortunate. really just pinging around the map. This works really well with Trapper because I can block off certain loops, or I can catch other survivors off guard from across the map, and no one can really touch them. Like, if it pulls another survivor off of a gen to go and save them. So you get a lot of actual slowdown, not only from the slugging, but from the actual use of the traps. Hey man, just run into me. Oh, that works too. One player down. You picked a bad spot to go down in. I'm gonna put this. Honestly, I'm gonna get a trap down at this point. I've been moving a lot recently, and I need to have some kind of coverage. Quite a bit here, though. They're probably on the gen over there, because it's kind of where she got away and probably felt more safe. And I don't have a lot of traps in that area yet. We found Hatch as well, which is nice. Yeah, they're definitely working on this. We can trap survivors down here pretty easily, though. Hi, buddy. So, we're just going to trap this. We're going to go the other way. Hi. Do you have Dead Hard? I don't remember. I'm going to go with the no. And there we go. We got ourselves a nice little... Oh, hello? Was basement here? Yeah, good. Because that was going to be a pain otherwise. And again, if you want to be super toxic, which I typically don't recommend because it just drags the game out, I mean, you could let everyone bleed out, but for the most part, don't be that guy. Alright. Pick that up. He's next on the list. And then we gotta go find Dweety Boy. If anything, what this build really does, besides being quite toxic, it shows the power of slugging. And this is why you'll hear me say, like, slugging is one of your main important things to do as a killer, because like you can really just throw a game off completely on its like hinges just by slugging. Did you crawl over here to the side of the map? The last part, though, this is the worst part, is trying to find said survivors. When it gets to the end, it can be a little no fun there. I'm definitely not letting anyone escape, though. So where did you go down at? Uh-oh. There you are. Hey, man. Crows. I had a game where a dude was down like all game because of knockout. Knockout, whenever it's a basic attack, means they can't see them. So it does make players definitely a little more greedy on the gens because they don't see where that... I'll let him finish screaming. Because they don't see where that survivor went down at, so they might focus down on the gens. But as the gens kind of go down and the map becomes essentially smaller, all of a sudden you get to really pop off. And that's where the fun of this build comes in. It might get you some hate in the chat afterwards, but that's, you know, that's whatever. That's always part of the fun. Oh, and you're never really gonna pip with this build, so keep that in mind when you are playing it, if you choose to. If you're going the slug rules, yeah, don't do... Why would I have a rank 15 in my game? That makes some sense. Come on.